Right at the top of the hour, it is the 4th of June 2026, of course, mid-year. And I'm sure since Monday you've had a beautiful and wonderful week. And we still have a great week ahead of us. My name is Patricia Lukoma Pango. This is your lunchtime news, and let's get started. This year's 9th June Heroes Day celebrations will be held virtually at State House in Tebe. The Minister for Presidency, Midi Babalanda, while addressing the media in Kampala, said the President will be joined by only 25 invited guests to mark the occasion.
General retired Mzee Yoweri Kaguta Museveni will officiate at the function and will be joined by less than 25 guests chosen from the three arms of government, religious leaders and representatives from the Luweero Triangle Veteran Association. The rest of the country will receive the President's message via the national broadcaster, the UBC, and other broadcasters that have national audiences. Prayers. Thanksgiving prayers shall be held throughout the country to commemorate the auspicious day. I call upon all countrymen to attend these prayers in your respective places of worship on the designated dates as follows. Friday, 5th of June 2026, prayers in all mosques. Saturday, 6th June 2026, prayers in all Seventh-day Adventist churches. And Sunday, 7th June 2026, prayers in all other churches. State visitors. At the moment, we have not yet received any indications of state visitors to grace the occasion.
Now, the Office of the President has intervened in a land dispute involving Abdulkarim Mkanji and Solomon Twesige in Kitende, Kajansi Town Council, Wakiso District. Nathan Boji, a senior lawyer attached to the State House Land Division, issued a directive to the conflicting parties aimed at ensuring safety and pave way for a conclusion or a conclusive resolution of this matter.
The contested property, measuring approximately half an acre and valued at estimated 200 million shillings, is located in Kitende, Kajansi Town Council, Wakiso District.
Therein comes someone called Tumwesige Solomon, saying that he bought a title in 2026 February. And for him, he wanted to take a vacant possession without considering the interests of the sitting tenant, which is illegal.
According to officials, the Office of the President received a complaint from Abdulkarim Mkanji alleging that Solomon Twesige was attempting to grab his land.
Twagezaako ku poliisi n'ogezaako okwogera nayo ndoza naye kati obuzibu obuliwo nti Solomon alabika yonna yagyetooloola. Wakitega nti kati nze ogenda mu state nali nemereddwawa e Kajansi nti nga buli kyokola kyonna bamanyi Solomon.
Residents accuse Solomon Twesige of conniving with landlords to unlawfully evict Bibanja holders from their land.
Is in the names of three people: Zimura Edward, Sebugwao Alison Grace, Nkanji Abdu. But ever we are seeing that there is an ongoing transaction, an ongoing transfer, and I think Solomon is trying to put his name there, but the purpose is generally to harass the tenants, the sitting tenants. He wants to be the face of these three people.
It is further alleged that he hires goons who disrupt peace and security in the area, especially at night.
Informed by the community that whenever they see some vacant places, especially those which are not developed but just disagree, whatever, these guys just come and attack with pangas and some guns.
Mala nakomawo ekiro kati ngera we mugenze essaawa zino ajja kujja ekiro ajja ne ku mayumba g'abantu ng'ajja atiisatiisa abantu atiisatiisa abantu abakadde n'atiisatiisa abantu abalina ebintu byabwe abakoze ebintu byabwe. Waliwo omukyala ayokya kasooli ayagala mubbako ttaka lye. Waliwo
Among the directives issued by the senior counsel, Nesta Niboji from the office of the president, was an instruction that land remains under productive use as the matter is pursued through the courts of law.
They can take a matter to the police. They can help in a case of do not trespass, or even they file a civil suit. Then the authorities they take charge. And for them becoming the complainants, what the judges, so that is any litigation cannot be resolved in an illegal way.
Residents have also been urged to form community security teams, look out for one another, and work closely with area police to develop effective measures against land grabbers and promote stability within the community. Abdul Nasser Lubwama for UBC.
Well, let's take just a very short break, and then we're going to return with more news. Stay with us.
And that's it for today. Till the next episode.
It's our mission to secure your money.
Protecting your money is as important as earning it. It is for this reason that the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda, DPF, was established by the government of Uganda to provide deposit protection to customers of regulated financial institutions. In the unlikely event that your commercial bank, credit institution or microfinance deposit-taking institution fails, the DPF will pay you up to 10 million Uganda shillings. Keep your personal information such as national identification number, mobile phone or an alternative bank account updated with your banker. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, contact DPF at Aha Towers, Plot 7 Lodell Road, Kampala. Call 0312-206-400 or visit our website at www.dpf.or.ug.
We are the DPF. We protect your money. Protection Fund of Uganda.
Today we are in Makerere College School and we've got our winner, and that is none other than Michelle. I am sure you've already gotten the school fees and the excitement is already there. Thank you so much.
Bituufu gyebiri. Michelle has won school fees for a year. Nebaza abamomo. 3 times paid, cleared.
You can also stand a chance to win. You simply have to dial *165 *80# or use the Momo app. Schools that accept students to pay school fees using Momo also stand a chance to win a van. Pay your school fees. You never know, you could be the lucky winner.
In a fast-moving world, why are we still stuck with paperwork? Signing here, stamping there, moving from office to office. It's exhausting. Now, there's a better way. With UG Pass, you can securely prove your identity, sign documents, and access government services anytime, anywhere. No delays, no stress. Everything is instant, safe, secure, and government-backed. UG Pass, your identity secured. Available in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. UG Pass is a product of NITA Uganda.
Well, welcome back from that short break. As we continue, we look at the side of health, where health authorities in Uganda and the Democratic Republic of Congo are continuing to monitor an Ebola outbreak that has seen a steady rise in reported cases recently. Now, as officials intensify surveillance and contact tracing efforts, public awareness remains a critical tool in preventing further spread. Here is a closer look at the latest figures, how the virus spreads, and the steps everyone can take to stay safe.
Confirmed deaths and 116 suspected cases. In Uganda, 15 confirmed cases, 1 confirmed death, 12 recoveries or discharges, and 668 contacts are currently under follow-up. These numbers indicate a gradual increase in Ebola cases, highlighting the need for continued vigilance and preventive measures. How does the Ebola virus spread? The origin? Scientists believe that fruit bats are the natural hosts of Ebola virus. Spread among animals. The virus can spread between animals. Infected wildlife, particularly apes and porcupines, can transmit the virus to other animals. How humans become infected? Humans can become infected through a close contact with sick or dead infected animals, especially in rainforest environments. Person-to-person transmission. Once a person is infected, Ebola spreads through direct contact with bodily fluids such as blood, saliva, sweat, vomit, urine, or other contaminated materials and surfaces. On average, one infected person can transmit the virus to other people if appropriate preventive measures are not followed. Scientists estimate that the incubation period, the time between infection and the appearance of symptoms, is 2 to 21 days. Once the virus enters a community, it can spread rapidly through direct contact with infected individuals, their bodily fluids, or contaminated surfaces. How can you protect yourself? The most effective preventive measures include: avoid unnecessary physical contact, including handshakes, hugging, and other forms of close contact. Wash your hands regularly with soap and clean running water, or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Avoid unnecessary contact with wild animals, especially bats, apes, and porcupines. Report suspected symptoms immediately and follow guidance from health authorities. Current areas affected. To date, the Ebola outbreak in the DRC has been confirmed in the provinces of Ituri, North Kivu, and South Kivu. Cases linked to the DRC outbreak have also been reported in Uganda's capital, Kampala. Health authorities continue to monitor the situation closely and urge the public to remain alert, follow preventive measures, and seek medical attention promptly if symptoms develop.
And of course, standard operating procedures must be followed at all times. The organization responsible for refugees in Uganda has announced that it will not receive any more refugees until the government of Uganda reopens the border crossings between Uganda and the Democratic Republic of Congo on the 28th of May 2026. Authorities in Kisoro closed the Uganda-DRC border points of Bunangana, Mopaka, Nyabwishenya, and Nteko as a measure to protect Ugandans from contracting Ebola, which is in parts of the DRC.
At the transit center, this one after we have relocated 524 to Nakivale this morning, and as UNHCR and government right now, with the Ebola outbreak declared in DRC, we are trying to decongest the transit center.
Jimmy Olwanga, the head of refugee agency in Kisoro district, confirmed this and said there are currently 792 refugees remaining at Nyakabande Transit Center. He added that they will be transferred to Nachivare settlement next week. He said since 28th May, they have not received any new refugees. He adds many refugees are leaving their settlements in Uganda and returning to the DRC despite knowing that there is a conflict and Ebola outbreak.
Yeah, we are aware there are spontaneous returnees of the refugees from the settlement going back to DRC. Because of various reasons. Some of them tell us food is not enough. Of course, we already know the challenges that we have there. Some of them also tell us they still want to go and check their places if it's okay, so that maybe they can return.
He warned that anyone who returns to DRC will not be allowed to return back into Uganda. Olwanga adds that once Uganda reopens the borders, UNHCR will resume receiving refugees. They, however, have not recorded a single case of Ebola among the refugees. Jimmy reveals that the number of refugees increased significantly during April and May compared to the beginning of this year.
Actually, we had seen an increase in the number of new arrivals coming in before the Ebola outbreak, because from the month of April alone, we have received over 2,000 new arrivals. And the month of April, it also increased. Actually, I think we are also about 1,800 already, compared to the previous month, which were about 800 and something.
The resident district commissioner, RDC of Kisoro district, Haji Badelu Sebiala, said that all refugees currently at Nyakabanda are being transferred to refugee settlements and none will remain in Kisoro until further government directives are issued. He condemned refugees who escaped from the camps and returned to the DRC illegally.
Because once they say they are traveling from settlement to through here, at least that work we need to, because if UNHCR who have been helping us, they allow them to travel from the settlement wherever outside this district, then there must be an arrangement to see that they are going back and they are not inconvenienced, that they are not hiding here. But I'm talking of the refugees who are at the transit center here, who have sneaked in Kisoro through the porous borders, that for us, we are not allowing them. The moment we get them, we have to use our resources and push them back.
Bridget Kabahinda, Helen Barbara, UBC News.
Uganda Bati Limited, a member of the Safal Group, has launched the 2026 edition of Safal Eye in the Wild competition. The competition, which advances environmental conservation and education across East Africa and Southern Africa through photography, brings together professional, amateur and young photographers.
Participants out there to capture compelling visual stories that highlight the connection between nature, communities, and sustainable development. It's very important for us to note that every photograph submitted goes beyond artistic expression to drive meaningful community impact that will be supporting environmental awareness and funding education initiatives that we've just talked about, including classrooms and scholarships across the region.
Why is it important to us? Because it speaks into the thematic focus of environment conservation, which we so much inclined to as an entity. We believe that without this environment, we will not survive. And funny to say is that the environment doesn't owe us anything, but we owe it everything. Because without it, we can't survive. But it can survive without us. Actually, it can do much better without us. Are we aware of that? Because we are the people who destroy it. So this initiative is really, really key to our work.
As we do our work as NEMA, we use pictures for reporting, and I want to tell you that the recent actions that have been taken was a result of the pictures that some other people had taken and shared with the NEMA. So you can see how this is important. It is just not only important for competition purposes, but for generally our work. And I am happy because I am Assistant Commissioner, Environment Education and Advocacy, where exactly this feeds.
Excuse me. Bugamba Secondary School in Rampara District has unveiled an innovation of grass cutter machines that are made from local raw materials that use dry cells. This to the school and the country is the result of the revised lower secondary school curriculum that was rolled out in 2020, focusing on competency-based instructions that involved improving practical skills and enabling continuous assessment.
Maybe coming up with an idea of making a project, and whereby we are able to be given an opportunity to know how the project that we are going to do, how it works, and how is it helpful to for the people in the community. So we have been able to make the project, and it has came out successfully.
If the government can help us, we can produce more of these products that can solve the problem of growing grasses around the school compound. Not only this one that we have, we also have this dustbin. This dustbin has been made from the plastics that are loitering everywhere in the environment. We have recycled them to make a dustbin.
The new curriculum is extremely good, the competence-based in the teaching and learning process, and if it comes project, it becomes extremely good. And as you have said, the general curriculum really needs a lot of funds because of the activities that are done. Be it using computer on the internet, you must have internet services, you must have very many computers, you must have reference books, and then the practical part of it, as you have said, in projects where students think of existing problems at the local level and then they offer solutions. The school tries, but you really find that the government needs to increase more funding for students to have materials at the local level that they can use to sharpen their minds. And we want to thank the learners. Truly, they have brains. If they are given an opportunity, they really try to see that they can have something on the ground if they are well facilitated and if they are well funded. And if done, then it sharpens their mind. Since we are now leading to a technological economy, technological life science and technology, that we need to emphasize this, fund it such that students can come up with greater innovations that can help them in future, even after school.
Let's work hard for our
Now, 3 years ago, Kibuku district became the birthplace of Uganda's most ambitious poverty eradication program. Today, millions of households have accessed parish development model funds aimed at improving and moving communities into the money economy.
Feb 2022. Kibuku district became the birthplace for the parish development model. President Yoweri Museveni launched the program as a government flagship strategy to fight household poverty.
This is an NRM manifesto program.
For many that day, the 1 million shillings meant more than money, but hope, investment, and a new start.
Now we have changed. We shall get the money and give it to your government at the parish.
3 years later, PDM has become one of Uganda's largest financial inclusion programs. The Secretariat reports over 3 trillion shillings disbursed to about 10,580 parish circles nationwide. Nearly 4 million Ugandans have benefited.
I have an example of a certain young man. He's a youth. He got 1 million shillings from PDM. He bought 4 pigs. He reared them for a period of time, about 6 months, and they multiplied. And he sold them at once. He sold about 9 pigs at once. He got a total of about 4 million shillings. After getting the money, he used 1.5 to buy a cow. So he entered into dairy.
PDM supports enterprises based on profitability, scalability, and data. In Elgon, 3 stand out: dairy, poultry, and piggery.
We have about 7 priority enterprises that we gave them. We advise people based on data in terms of profitability, in terms of management, in terms of scalability. And so out of that, majority of the people in the Elgon have chosen about 3.
Such stories are increasing across eastern Uganda, with households growing assets, diversifying enterprises, and boosting incomes. However, repayment remains a key concern. PDM, being a revolving fund, money must return to support others.
The repayment period came at the time of politics, during elections, and so many politicians told people that this money was a token. That's what I'm hearing from the communities, from the field. People are getting surprised that they were supposed to pay. So I think there was a problem of communication, and so what we are going back right now, we need to do as ministry or as PDM secretariat, is to tell the people the truth.
For now, field visits show some challenges in Elgon and eastern Uganda, where farmers still use local dairy breeds, producing only 2 to 3 liters of milk.
So what I think as priority for that region, if we have to promote dairy, is to increase productivity, to improve productivity through maybe breed improvement, to improve the breeds, through AI.
Market access is another challenge, but government is shifting focus from cash distribution to value chain development. Plans including linking farmers to inputs, extension, storage, aggregation, and markets.
1 million has to produce money that enables you to access that is missing. But you don't use the seed capital to spend on the personal needs immediately.
The next phase of the parish development model is more ambitious. Government wants beneficiaries to move from small enterprises to suppliers, processors, and industrial players.
You know, when the president was moving around assessing the performance of PDM, he was in some place, I think it was in the West, where they told him eggs have now increased in volumes. He said, if you increase in volumes, then we can now bring a factory. If the eggs have increased, we can do a factory that can process eggs into baby feeds.
1 million shillings is seen to be truly building lasting wealth in the Elgon, Busoga, Teso sub-regions and beyond. Change is visible with new livestock, new enterprises, and new hope. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Well, and of course, Henry Okrut signs us off. Thank you once again for allowing us into your space. My name is Patricia Lukomampanga. Good afternoon.